All right, let's jump over and talk about the Minnesota Vikings and the Houston Texans. This would be an interesting one. We got 0-3 Vikings, 0-3 Texans, two teams that came into the season with aspirations of winning their division. The Vikings finished second in the division last year. Texans won the AFC South, and both of these teams have gotten off to a really, really rocky start. So lots weighing on this game for either of these teams to try to turn their season around. I think it might be too late for both of them at this point, but whoever wins this one at least has a chance of turning things around, whereas starting 0-4, I don't know that, I'm sure there's statistics out there, but I don't know that there's any team that's come back from an 0-4 start to actually do anything significant with their season. So if anyone knows that, you can feel free to comment and educate me, but whoever loses this game is probably done and is going to go full-scale tank mode. So that being said, who's going to end up winning this game? Right now, Vegas favors the Texans by 4.5. This is a 54.5 over/under. Both of these teams are just absolutely decimated on defense, not playing defense well at all. The Vikings are allowing the 8th most points to running backs, the 4th most points to receivers. The Texans are allowing the 4th most points to running backs. So this is going to be a really good week to start a lot of fantasy options in this game. I am fully on board with this being a shootout. I think the over could very easily be a hit in this one. We've seen Kirk Cousins kind of open it up a little bit because he has to, because that defense isn't playing well. He's throwing a lot of picks, which sucks, but he at least was able to move the ball around last week. We saw Dalvin Cook come alive again, so I think this could be a very good offensive battle. So with that being said, we're starting Dalvin Cook, we're starting Adam Thielen, and I'm comfortable throwing Justin Jefferson out there. Different situation than it is with Higgins. Justin Jefferson was drafted to replace Stephon Diggs. Olabisi Johnson is a good NFL player, but nothing special in terms of true raw talent on the field. It was only a matter of time before Justin Jefferson was able to usurp him as the number 2 option. And this team desperately needed a wide receiver too. And I think this is good news for Adam Thielen, especially because Adam Thielen historically has played better when he's able to stay in the slot. Justin Jefferson played the majority of his routes in the slot in week 1 and week 2. In week 3, they moved him to the perimeter. He played on the outside, and he played really well. This was one of the things we were worried about coming into the year with Justin Jefferson because he only played well in the slot throughout college. But if he's able to play well on the outside, this is good news for Thielen. This is good news for Jefferson, good news for the Vikings offense as a whole. I'm comfortable throwing all 3 of those guys out there this week. Should be a smash play for all of them. Kirk Cousins, throwing too many interceptions for me to like him. If you're in an absolute desperate situation in a 2-quarterback league, you can throw him out there again, but probably not trying to jam him into my lineup with a 1-quarterback league. There's no one else on this offense I trust right now, and I'm definitely not throwing the Vikings defense. At this point, I don't know that there's going to be a game that I'm playing the Vikings defense because they're just bad. All right, on the Texans side, you've been very disappointed with Deshaun Watson. He has not lived up to his expectations of where he's been drafted, but he's had a really rough schedule. He's played the Steelers, he's played the Chiefs. I mean, both of those teams are undefeated right now, and he's also played, I can't remember what the other team was. Sorry, brain fart. Oh, the Ravens, yeah. So he's faced 3 teams, combined record of 8-1, all really good defenses right now. So Deshaun Watson has underperformed. This is the week he gets right. Playing against the Vikings, that is the medicine that you need if you are an ailing quarterback that needs the potential to throw up a lot of points. So Deshaun Watson is going to have a great game in this one. David Johnson, as we mentioned, the Vikings are giving up, 8th most points to running backs. David Johnson has seen more opportunities than any other running back in the NFL right now. He just hasn't done much with them because, again, playing in defenses that are completely destroying the Texans. So David Johnson has a bounce-back game here. Comfortable starting both Will Fuller and Brandin Cooks. I would even be comfortable throwing Randall Cobb out there if you're in a deeper league or just need a spot start. I would prefer just keeping Will Fuller and Cooks out there, but I think Randall Cobb also gives you an opportunity to score some points here. Looks like Duke Johnson will be back this week. I wait and see because he looked kind of like slow and gimpy in week 1. We'll see what he does in week 4, but probably avoid having to throw him out there in your lineup. And I know the tight ends always get red zone targets, but good luck guessing which one. I'm not going to play that game. So overall, I think the Texans will win this one. Sorry, Vikings fans, but I think this will be a very close game that ends up with the Texans on top 34-31.